Hey guys, it's me Sujo over here. Welcome back to another video. So on this video, I'm going to be talking about my bad shopping experience in India. So this actually happened last week, and I just want to talk about my personal experience. It's not the first time, but I just want to also I experienced this also when I came over here to India from my Vietnam stay. So I just want to talk about that. I just want to share some of my experiences. Let me know if you have had the same kind of experience or not. So this is just a random video. If you're new to my channel, the name of my channel is called as Sujo in Vietnam. I've been living in Vietnam for over 7 years. I was an English teacher before for 4 years, and then I started my online business. I'm also a full-time YouTuber, so if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, it takes less than 2 seconds to hit the subscribe button, and that way you can support my content. Um, yeah, so this actually happened last week, and I'm just going to. Okay, let's just start with the basics. Let's just start with my first experience of shopping over here in a grocery supermarket here in India. That was, I think, Reliance Mart. Uh, if you're Reliance is a big company, and they have many supermarkets. Like Reliance Mart and everything. So. Um, I remember when I came back from Vietnam and I had to go and pick up some groceries for my home because I didn't have any groceries. This was not last week, but this is the first experience which I had when I came over here to India. Is that firstly, ever since I stepped into the shop, like Reliance Smart, it's something like a Walmart. I mean, it's not as big as Walmart back in the states, but it's a big grocery supermarket. There are many chains and everything. So anyway, the moment I stepped in, I took the trolley and I was moving around the aisle. I had this very unpleasant feeling that I'm being watched by the staff. Like every time I'm going and collecting the items. Um, you know, I would always have somebody, come in between the aisle, or, just pass by me, or, just hiding in plain sight. But, it doesn't give you that kind of, it didn't give me that kind of relaxing environment to shop at Reliance Mart. Um, and it's just that I don't mind, if the staff is helpful, if they have a smile, or if they want to come and assist me, like, can I help you with something or something like that. I think that's a different experience altogether. But just the people stalking. I mean, the people who are working in these supermarkets, they're like stalking customers. Like if we're going through the aisles and want to pick up something, they'll just always come in between those aisles, or just pass by, look, give me a glance, or just hide in plain sight. And it just gave me a very uncomfortable feeling shopping groceries out here in India. I never had this kind of a feeling um, anywhere else outside the country, actually. But let me just have a bit of my water. So yeah, I mean, I shopped the equivalent. Like I paid around $50 for picking up my groceries when I came over here. But you know, the fact that the people working in these supermarkets, stalking customers, Indian customers, trying to catch them or something. I mean, are we shoplifters or something like that? But it gives you that feeling, that it gives you that negative feeling that they're stalking you. These people who are working in these supermarkets, like these big chain supermarkets in India, they're stalking you. Why don't you put on the CCTV cameras? I mean, you do have the CCTV cameras. I mean, why give a very unpleasant experience to the Indian customers who want to shop in these grocery supermarkets, and these are big, you know, and so that was a very big turn off for me. And I said to myself that I don't want to visit this store again. I paid $50 for purchasing my grocery. That's like good. That's it, according to the Indian standards, paying $50 for buying your groceries is considered to be like you it's like it's like considered to be like you got the money. You've shopped well. Otherwise, usually, people shop like $20 or whatever, $10. I paid $50. I can even pay more. I didn't have any problem with money. But the fact that I'm being targeted like a shoplifter, and people working at Reliance Mart following me and stalking me around. uh, and one dude, he gave me that shitty look, as if I should not be shopping in that supermarket. Anyway, that was a big turn off. Okay, I mean, I would love to hear from you. Have you faced this kind of experience before? Like people working there stalking you and making your shopping experience very uncomfortable. Yeah, so now coming back to the real bad experience which happened last week. So again, this was another Reliance supermarket, or Reliance super smart. I don't know what it is, but because Reliance is a big company, they got many supermarkets across India, and I believe they took over Big Bazaar. I used to like Big Bazaar. It was much better. The experience was much better. I remember when my dad was here in India, I would go with him to Big Bazaar. But anyway, now it's like Reliance, right? Reliance Mart. So yeah, so the last week when I went to this supermarket, it's a different location. And I said, okay, I don't want to shop online all the time and pay unwanted fees for delivery and everything. I might as well, like to go to the supermarket, have a good experience. It's always good to go to the supermarket. You feel good. You're buying products physically. You know what you're getting. It gives you a lot of option, and of course, it's an excuse for me to go out and explore a bit more. What's selling in these supermarkets and everything. Because I haven't been to India for a year now. But anyway, I stepped inside the supermarket. The first thing I realized that it's a very, very big supermarket. They got like 2 floors or 3 floors or something. But I felt like, yes, there are a lot of things, but they were lacking of staff. Like these are very big supermarkets in India, but the staff is very less. And what was a bit turn off for me is that they're not very helpful. Like it's a big supermarket. I don't know where I need to pick up this. Where's the brown bread, or where's the milk section, or where I can pick up some tofu and all those kind of, and all some of those Indian spices and everything, which my maid had requested me to get, but it was a complete fail. I usually give her the money. She goes and picks it up, and she cooks the food for me at my home. So, anyways, like every time when I approach these staff, they just like they say you need to go there or something, but they give you a very vague direction. They don't want to assist you properly. They just like give you a very vague direction. I was all right with that. It was not. I mean, it was not that bad, right? But anyways, I stacked up the trolley. I think I landed up paying again. I think it was again $50. It was like I think 3,100 rupees. I don't know how much is that in U.S. money. It could be $45 or $50. I'm not quite sure. Um, Anyway, I stacked up my trolley and I went to the counter. The first thing I realized is that there are not a lot of cash register. There are not a lot of people in the counter. There are a few counters, but anyways, like where So I went to the counter and I was waiting for my turn. The checkout process was extremely slow. There was this guy. He was doing all the scanning of the items for somebody who was ahead of me, some customer. So as soon as my turn came, some young dude, some guy behind, he had one jeans pant or something. So I said, okay, he's just got one item. I said, why don't you go ahead? You first process your order, and then I will do my order. I will then go to the checkout. So he was like, oh, he went and he did some, he paid the money, and he said, he was like, he just went away. Yeah, I don't think he said thanks. Anyways, anyway, my turn came. I kept all the things on the checkout counter slide or something, and the guy working there, he kind of rudely told me, why are you keeping it all over here? You should keep it all over there. Knowing the fact that I got a lot of things stuffed in my shopping cart, you're still treating customers like shit. It's like from Reliance Mart staff. Anyways, so anyway, I was like, I didn't argue because I'm here for a short stay. I don't want to have any altercations with any local people or any Indians. So anyways, I was just like minding my business. um then all of a sudden, I saw this lady, Indian lady. She was a bit taller than me. She was like a tall Indian lady. She's like standing right behind me, like with one juice bottle, right? And I had some family, some Indian man, some Indian guy with his family, everything was standing behind me, right? And she was like pretending like that she was out with her iPhone. She was like showing to me that I'm very busy right now. Get your shit done fast. Um, I mean, the first thing which one needs to ask is, in a Reliance Mart supermarket, why don't you have separate counters, like for express checkout, and separate counters for people who have got a lot of items in their shopping cart? I mean, it's a complete flop management. Um, and I could see that people are dejected doing their work. They're not motivated. Gives you that unpleasant feeling. I just want to make a quick disclaimer. I'm not targeting Reliance Mart, Reliance Group, or whatever, but this is my experience so far with Reliance as a genuine customer, as an Indian customer. Coming back to India after 1 year, I never faced this kind of experience. Anyway, that lady, she's showing her faces on, and then she's flashing her iPhone 13 or something. So basically, she wanted me to get mine. So I was just taking my time. Um, I was communicating with the cash guy, with the cash teller. I was trying to be nice, like a good citizen, a good noble citizen. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to say that, do you have any discounts or something like that. He was like, no, no. It was like rude. No, no, we don't have. Oh, okay, all right. And here I'm shopping like $45 or $50 of item. Okay, so much for respect for customers in Reliance supermarkets. Anyways, so as soon as, and they don't give plastic bags here in India. You got to get your own bags, because it's like they have this thing like saving the environment or whatever. So anyway, I had got my paper bags and everything. So I just, all of a sudden, the guy behind me with his family, um, so he just shoved my shopping cart. And I was like, I told him, what is your problem? And he was like saying, there's this lady behind you, she also wants to go. I was like, come on. I did the shopping, I paid the money, I'm collecting the receipt, and all of a sudden this guy shoved my shopping cart. He pushed it out. It was like, I was just telling him that, what is your problem? So the first thing which comes to someone's mind is that, do you have manners? I mean, and then the lady who was standing out there, she kind of realized it's not right, so she told that guy, don't do that. Because the moment I started yapping around, and like, of course I don't talk like an Indian, I was like, so she understood that, okay, this guy is not from here. I mean, whatever, but one needs to ask is, where's the fucking mannerism here in India? I mean, we talk about modern India, we talk about development, economy, we talk about India going to be the third largest economy in the world, or whatever, India and the global platform. But when you come down to the core Indian mentality, where are your fucking manners? Sorry for using my profanity, sorry for using the F word. I digress, but where are the fucking manners? And he's with his family. He's with his family. He has got a kid and everything. What would his children think about him as a dad, as a father? I mean, I pity the children that they're going to grow up and they're going to be as ill mannered as their father. So it's really sad to see that there are a lot of people, um, that it lacks mannerism, right? And so anyways, I was pissed out. I went out, I showed the receipt to the guy. I believe he was from the management. He was wearing a white shirt or whatever. He was talking with his buddy, blah, blah, blah. And I was really pissed out, and I told this guy, I pointed at that customer who shopped my shopping cart. I said, do you know what he did? He pushed my shopping cart from the cash counter, and he has no manner. And he was telling me in Indian language, in Hindi, that, सर हम क्या कर सकते हैं, सर हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हम कुछ, he was trying to say, so what can I do? We can't do anything about this. I mean, knowing that he also saw that this guy pushed my shopping cart or whatever. I mean, seriously, Reliance Mart should step up its management quality. I didn't realize that Reliance Mart and Reliance supermarkets across, I mean, they have such poor management. Staff are not motivated to work. They're not very helpful for customers. They give you a very unpleasant experience, trying to show that you're some kind of a shoplifter and stalking you. Then why do you have the CCTV cameras? I mean, being a big brand name in India does not mean that everything is good. I mean, if you really want to uh, maintain that kind of a reputation globally and also here in India or whatever, you need to also have quality control check for each of these supermarkets, of these stores across India. And that was shocking, where that guy said, I can't, what can we do, sir? We can't do anything. Well, turn the tables around. If I were him, I would have approached that customer. I would have said, what you did is wrong. So you need to apologize to this customer. Or if I were him, I would be, firstly, telling the people with less items to go to a different express check-in counter, so that there's no complication, there's no crowd management crisis. I mean, when you're going to be shopping out here in India and supermarkets, expect people to be coming in between with a few items. They want to be coming. They want to, like, you know, it's so stupid. Why don't you have different check-in counters for express check-in counters or whatever? Um, and I said to myself that I'm not going to be. I don't think I would like to shop out in any Reliance outlets, knowing that I had these kind of bad experiences. And I really hope that somebody from Reliance Group watches this YouTube video and tries to understand that just having a big brand name in India is not the only thing. You got to have stringent quality control checks for all of the management, all of these stores across India. and this store was in Maharashtra. I won't name the city, but um, it doesn't give me a good experience. I mean, as an Indian coming out here to India after a year, you feel like you feel pretty mistreated. You don't. I mean, I don't consider. I don't feel proud. I don't feel proud to call myself as an Indian, knowing that we have people like these who don't have manners. And the problem with with the majority of the Indian society is that most of them lack manners. They don't have the proper etiquettes and everything. They don't even know when to say thank you if somebody does a good deed or whatever. But anyways, I mean, I would love to hear from you. Like, have you had any bad experiences shopping out here in supermarkets in India, or did you have any bad experience with Reliance Mart or something? I would love to hear from you. And let me know. I mean, I would love to hear from you. I mean, because this is like pretty shocking. And I said that I really need to talk about this. I mean, no matter how sensitive this topic is, but I know I'm going to get naysayers. They're going to be saying, "Get out of my country, go back to America, whatever." But my channel is straight up BS. I like to speak my mind, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to shed light. I'm trying to share my personal experiences so that this does not happen to anyone else. And yeah, and at the same time, I'm trying to cure my sleep crisis here in India. So not been getting much of good sleep ever since I've come out here. So I'm taking a bit of creatine to see if that helps me or not. Yeah. So if you like watching this video, make sure to like the video and all the good stuff. If you found this video to be informational and insightful, you can also buy me a coffee. The link is down in the description below. And if you want to start a successful online business, I highly recommend you can check out this free webinar masterclass. It's free to join, so I'm going to keep a link of that down in the description below. Yeah, so not a very good experience of me being out here in India, shopping in supermarkets, um, knowing that you have these kind of people who don't have manners. Anyways, this is me, Sujoy. Peace out.